Hello, hello. I do believe everything is going to plan. Good morning or afternoon or good evening, wherever you are. I suppose it's afternoon for me, I guess. Oh, hang on. YouTube's giving me an error. The expected visual resolution is bad. Well, god damn it. Hold on, I might be able to change something. Give me 1 second. Why is it telling me what it's giving me trouble? Apparently the stream quality is very poor because my resolution is different. Hold on, let me quickly change my screen resolution. That might help. 1 second, gang. This is why we have a starting soon screen today, because I'm trying to do this a slightly different way. I've got the stream set to, low latency mode, which is supposed to allow me to interact with you more in real time, as this stream, as you've probably guessed from the title, which I changed right before I went live, is going to be a bit different. So we'll keep those changes, and we'll see how this goes. I might refresh the control lab. Let's see how we go from there. How do I edit the resolution? I have no idea. I've edited the resolution. It says the current resolution is... Well, it's not. Perhaps it's an OBS setting. Hold up. I think I've just messed everything up. 1 second. 1 second. This is why I give myself extra time for people to join in. Hold up. It must be an OBS setting. Hold up, hold up. How is everyone today while I quickly try and figure out exactly what I'm trying to do here? Oh my goodness, it really has messed everything up. Go back to here. Yeah, there we go. This is the most scuffed thing I've ever done. Please give me time to adjust accordingly. Turn the volume down a bit. Properties on the window capture. It doesn't actually... Oh, is there a way to change the resolution on OBS? I don't know. Maybe it's over here. I should know all this, but I don't. Apologies, I can't see chat for a second either while I'm attempting to fix what I have oh so completely broken. File? No, edit. View? No. Where is the bloody resolution? Oh, there's a big button called settings. That might do it. Output, encoder preset, stream, video. I cannot change the resolution while the stream is going. Are you kidding me? Does the stream look alright to all of you? If it looks okay, we'll go as planned. If it looks okay, we'll go as planned. But for now, yeah, if everyone can hear me and if it looks good, we'll go with that. But we'll just see how it goes. Aloha, hello, hi everyone. I can now see the chat. I do apologize for the kind of delay on the kind of start here. I wanted to give as many people as possible a chance to join in. So we're going to be doing that in a minute. Basically getting a slightly early start. Because yes, we are doing a BG3 trivia night. Which is why I kind of had to keep this stream a mystery until the actual live date. So that you guys wouldn't have a chance to study. It's fine for me. I just up the quality on my end. Okay, cool. So as long as it looks okay, I hope there's not going to be too many moving images to this stream. So we should be good. Again, I'm trying to get as low a latency as we can so we can have as many people answering in real time. Because yes, as I've said, this is BG3 Trivia Night. Or day or evening. It all depends on where you are. So you guys, basically what this stream is going to be is, well, I'll get to it in a minute, but let's give it a couple of more minutes for people to all join. I believe the stream should be all good now. But yes, we are going to be doing a bit of a trivia night tonight, which I thought might be fun. I've just realised there's 2 chats open. Which one is the one that... Okay, you guys can see that one. That's a different one. Okay. Is it like Kahoots? A bit. I couldn't do an actual Kahoots, like, because that's what I tried to do. I thought, oh yeah, you guys could answer on Kahoots, or something like that. But you have to pay so much money. And I was just like, no, it's not worth it for a one-off stream. But I do have linked in the description of the stream which I will put into the chat as well. Hold on. A Google form which you can use to answer the questions and actually have your answers recorded if you so choose. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to kind of... I'll pin that. There's no way for me to kind of, like, make it so you guys can't answer after I've already revealed the answer, but, you know, it's just for fun. It's just for fun. This isn't meant to be taken seriously. It's just a little bit of fun. But yeah, I really do hope you guys all enjoy this one, because I think it is going to be a bit of a fun time. Like I said, we're going to give it a little bit more time so that people can join in before we actually get started on the questions. And like I said, this is going to be a bit of a shorter stream today. But because I do have plans later, but I did want to get back into streaming today. Hello everyone, I'm Doomed. Hello Ilya, sorry, let me say hello to everyone. Hi Sean, hi Riley, hi Mine, hi Sin, hi Vlad, hi Sean, hi Zim, hi Eclipse, hi Canuck, hi Johnny, hello everyone, hi Phantom, Voltage, hello. It's so good to see all of you. Hi Luis, good to have you here. I hope I pronounced that correctly. 30 questions, holy shit, yeah. I'll give you guys a short but set amount of time to answer each question. But it's mainly just to see, like, test your knowledge, have some fun. These are all really fun questions. They're not exactly ordered in, like, difficulty either, because of, like, how, like I just kind of came up with them and added them to the kind of thing as I went. But, I think you guys will definitely, enjoy this one. Let me just, another pinned message thing, full start page. That makes it look a little bit off. Hold up. I don't know why that's white. What I might do is, if I quickly adjust the stream. Well, it's the title. I guess we'll start talking about it in a minute anyway. Let me just quickly and quietly adjust the chat box ever so slightly. There you go. That gets rid of that awful thing at the top. I feel like I'm back at school with a 30-question test. Yeah. But yes, we're going to be doing a, like, trivia stream, as I've said, or Are You Smarter Than a Build Maker? That's an American reference. I know we got a couple of Americans in the chat. I am not smarter than a build maker. Well, you might find out. No, I had this idea earlier in the week, and I thought it might be genuinely really, really fun to give it a bit of a go. Right, it's 1:55 at the moment, so we'll get started very, very soon. I have the stream on TV. Oh, nice. I promise there won't be anything... that you wouldn't want people to see popping up on your television. I do promise that much at least. At least I hope so. I don't know what your family considers good or bad. But yeah, we'll get started in a little bit. We'll actually start the trivia at 2 PM, because that's when the stream is slated to start. It was just a fun name. It's a play on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? The form won't load since I'm out. It's okay. It doesn't matter. The form is just there so you guys can actually manually input your answers if you want to. But the thing is like with the form, it's like you could just wait until I reveal the answers and then submit. Although I can see what people are picking in real time, so I will know if you're cheating. But I don't care if you cheat, because it's not like there's actually something up for grabs here. It's just meant for a bit of fun. And then if we still have time after trivia night is completed... we will start routing. I wanted to actually do this with the community. I'm going to start routing the route that we're going to take for the Pokémon Trainer challenge streams, which I'm going to be starting next week, on Monday probably, because I do have a week off of work. So I'll just be kind of doing some impromptu streams here and there to do that playthrough. Winners should get a build? Maybe, but again, I can't really verify the winners officially, because again, people can just cheat, but we'll see. As long as it doesn't contain a certain Halcyon scene, it's fine. There is a bear in this quiz, but it's not Halcyon. The winner gets pride? Yeah. If you feel like you get like enough of the questions right, then you can feel pretty impressed that you were able to do it. Obviously, I won't be allowing a lot of time to answer, but I'll kind of give it like a minute. So technically you could Google some answers in the time, but obviously try not to do that for the sake of fun. Yeah, exactly. We could finally get the me build, yeah. Will the trivia questions contain about the cast, the developers, and the development process of BG3, anything like that? I don't want to say anything just yet. It's more stuff that's kind of like you might pick up from this channel. So there's some build-making related questions, some questions related to certain spells, certain mechanics, things like that. some general gameplay stuff. I didn't go too far out of the realms of like the actual game itself. So as far as what you're saying, Vlad, not really those types of questions. But if we decide to do a future trivia stream again, maybe I'll consider going a bit further out of the realm of possibility when it gets Baldur and Greater Sword. Hi CV, hi Phantom, good to have you both here. Right, I believe, yep, we're about 2 minutes to start. So, we can, you know, we'll give it 2 more minutes. Okay, guys, remember Shadowblade sucks? Hey, that was a bad opinion. I've gone back on it since. I do understand that was a bit of a mistake. Out of the Forgotten Realms of possibilities, yeah. So yeah, when you guys answer the questions, you can either just type your answer in chat, or, just put it in the form, or whatever you want to do. Feel free to just join in real time, because how this trivia stream is going to work is I'm basically going to say the question, give you guys time to answer, and then reveal the answer shortly after. A bit like some of the British game shows, like The Chase. If anyone's familiar with that, I do love me a good episode of The Chase. Right, 1 more minute to go, and then we will get started. I'm just going to make sure the stream isn't completely dead for some reason. Looks like we are, in fact, all good. Okay. T-minus 1 minute. Remember, the disintegrating Nightwalkers are in every build. God, that's an old joke. That's an old joke. I remember The Chase, yeah. Chase is obviously a bit more, not quite like that fast-paced, but you know. You've watched an American version of The Chase before. Hi, David. Yeah. I didn't know there was an American version. I thought it was purely a British thing. Right, gonna turn the music right down now as we are about to get started, but there is just gonna kind of be some BG3 music in the background for ambiance purposes. Okay. All right. It is now officially 2 PM. So let's begin. How much time for a question? As much as I feel like. This is not a professional thing. This is just me having a bit of fun. So we'll just see how we go. All right. Let's go over quickly, as I've said, the rules. Basically, like you say, you can use the Google form to answer in the description below if you would like to join in real time. Otherwise, just answer in chat, or just sit back and enjoy and just be happy if you get a couple right. How to answer, basically, some questions will be multiple choice and some will need written answers. Each multiple choice question will have the ability to select multiple answers, but not all questions will have multiple answers. So you'll have to decide, is it 1 or 2 answers to this question? Written answers are also case sensitive, and the way I've done it is that each answer will need to start with a capital letter, so make sure if you're writing on the form, you do start your written answers with a capital letter. The questions are not on the form, you will just have to watch the stream in order to get the questions. Okay. And also, play fair. I can't stop you from looking up the questions or just waiting until I give the answer before you submit, but not all questions can even be Googled, so just don't try. Try and test your own knowledge. This is just an exercise in just kind of stretching your brain a bit and having some fun. Can we type the answers in chat? You can type the answers that you think are correct in chat. Whether or not people should believe you is up to them. What do you win? I don't know yet. I haven't really thought of like a prize, but I'm sure we can come to a consensus at the end if we so desire. Okay then, who is ready for the first question? In the key art for Baldur's Gate 3, used for the console edition box art as an example, which of the following origin characters are not featured? Will, Karlach, Lae'zel, or the Dark Urge? I'll give you guys, tell you what, I'll give you guys 30 seconds, a minute, 45 seconds feels like a good medium, and whatever time it takes to pull up a timer on my phone. Let's say, yeah, we'll go 45 seconds from right now. Yeah, 45, no, that's 45 minutes! Come on. Why has it done that? No, I don't want 10 minutes, I want 0, and then I want 45 seconds. Yeah. I've pretty much given you guys quite a bit of time, but so I'll kind of give it a little bit of a second. We'll do a proper countdown next time. It's alright, we've got 45 minutes. Take your time. It's So I see a lot. I'm seeing a B, I'm seeing a D, I'm seeing a few B's and D's. I'm gonna stick with my answers. Bro, I could buy the game in that amount of time. Alright, shall we get on to the first answer? So, if you chose both Karlach and the Dark Urge, you would be correct. While Karlach and Dirge were both on the CD case included with the deluxe edition, they are not in the key art, as you can see behind the question. So that's one of those tricky questions, as there can be multiple answers to each. You have to keep on your toes with this. So if you answered both B and D, you are correct. Yeah, there are some questions in this one that are a little bit bullshit, I will admit, but they all have solid answers. Yet you can pick multiple answers per question, always remember that. So that's question 1 of 30. No, picking 2 is the correct, it can be the correct thing to do in some situations. Okay, let's move on to question 2, and I actually have my timer ready this time. Question 2. Which of the following is not a quest reward? The Jolt Shooter, the Sparkle Hands, the Sparky Points, or the Spell Sparkler? 45 seconds on the clock, and go. This one's pretty easy. I decided to include this one as a bit of an easy one. Okay, I'm seeing a B, C, B, B. B, getting a lot of B's. The Jolt Shooter, okay. B, I think. Yeah, we'll see. 20 seconds on the clock. B, B, hi, travel back. Good to see you. Oh, and Nave and Isra as well. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces in the chat today, which is nice. B, I like the emoji there, Vlad. Very nice. It's nice to have a low latency mode. I can interact with you guys a bit more in real time. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. You just heard my phone. I apologize. The correct answer is B, the Sparkle Hands. All of these items, except for the Sparkle Hands, are obtained as a quest reward in Walkeen's Rest. The Sparkle Hands can be obtained from a chest in Ethel's Swamp. So yes, if you got B, you are correct. Again, that was a pretty easy one, but I think it was quite a fun one, regardless. No worries. Question 3. Which of the following status effects inflict cold damage? Is it A, frozen, B, chilled, C, encrusted with frost, or D, none of the above? That is question 3. Your time starts now. Now, is there a way for me to mute my alarm? I think so. Yes. D. D. I'm seeing a lot of D's. Okay, interesting. D. D. Okay, okay. Are we quite confident in that? A. Someone says A. Interesting. Another B. D. Sean. My guy. That was very close. I didn't read the full thing. Is it D or C? Who knows? I am going to count your first answer, though. The first answer I see in chat is the one I'm counting. And time is up. And if you chose C, Encrusted with Frost, you are correct. Encrusted with Frost deals 1d4 cold damage when enough stacks are gained. All that Frozen does is it freezes an enemy in place, and Chilled makes characters vulnerable to cold damage. So only Encrusted with Frost, similar to Reverberation, deals damage when it gets enough stacks. Alright, I mean, that was kind of a tough one. Again, if you're a build maker, you know this sort of thing, but if you don't make builds that much, you're not 100% sure. Hello, Deadly Mouse, good to have you here. Alright, I'm 1 for 3 on a roll. Right, let's go to question 4. Which of the following is not a variant of Koreska's Favor? That is the spell cast by the Markaheshkir staff. Is it A, Earth-Shaking Thunder, B, Deadlier Than Arsenic, C, Frost of Dark Winter, or D, Sizzling Cataclysm? Your time starts now. Don't worry, Josie, we're only 4 questions in. But glad to have you here. Alright, I'm seeing a B, a D, a B. Curse you, Markiplier. Yeah, a B. Anything past Act 1 you've lost to me, lol. Yeah. This shouldn't... I don't believe this quiz contains any spoilers. She shouldn't have to worry. I have no clue. C, B, never used it. A, okay. Question mark? Hello, Sim. Right, 15 seconds remaining. C, we have a C in the chat. Like that profile pic, by the way, Deadly Mouse. I'm not sure, but I'll go with B. Oh, when I give you guys the answer to this one, you all are gonna hate me. I think it's D. I've used the Markiplier stuff. A lot in my mage builds. Right. So, the correct answer is A. Earth-shaking thunder, because it's actually called bone-shaking thunder. Sin, yeah. Yeah, that one was a bit of a tricky one. Yeah. Yeah, so they all are real, but I changed bone to earth. It's like earth-shaking thunder does sound like it makes sense, but no, it's bone-shaking thunder because of the reverberation sound effect that comes with it. Right, moving on. What is the name of the bear who sleeps on the elevator in Emerald Grove? Truffle, Tuffet, Trinket, or Teddy? Your time starts now. Oh, people didn't like that last one. Alright, I'm seeing a B right off the bat. Trinket, B. Easy, yeah. Fuck, you lost me. Give him a fish for 15 experience. You're evil. I am evil. Really? Critical Role reference? Perhaps. I just talked to him yesterday. Oh my god, yeah. B. A. Oh, I'm seeing a couple of different answers. B, lol. You can give him food? Yeah. B, A, B, and C. Interesting answer there, Sean. But the time is up. If you answered B, Tuffet, you are correct. I'm pretty sure Tuffet's a girl as well. She's sleepy. A lot of people say he, so perhaps I'm misgendering a bear. Whoops, my apologies. But yes, the correct answer is B, Tuffet. There's a note on the other side of camp saying not to give him fish because he's fat. Yeah, so what you do is you feed the bear fish to get it to move off the elevator without making it cross. Yeah, that was a pretty easy one if you are just at all familiar with Act 1. But yeah, Truffle I thought was a good one. Trinket, obviously a Critical Role reference, had to throw that in there. I've only just started recently listening to Critical Role. I'm on like episode 3. You have all the hours in this game? Yes, I know you do. And then you murder a squirrel afterwards. Truffle is the boar, no? I can't remember. Maybe. That could be true. Anyways, next question. Which of the following weapon classes have the least amount of unique weapons? So weapons that don't repeat themselves are like the basic one. So basically, you count the basic one, and then any as one, and then any other ones on top of that. It's a bit of a tricky question, as the wording can be a bit similar, but basically, if you were to look on the BG3 wiki page, how many weapons are listed there? Your time starts now. Is it sickles, hand axes, clubs, or war picks? Teddy is a Persona reference? Kind of. It's also a reference to the fact that it's a bear. B, I was trying to make a build with these things. A, D. There are so few for all of those. I say A, B, C, and D. Well, that doesn't count as being correct if you just guess them all. Either A or D. I say D. Interesting. Okay. A and C, from my knowledge, both have very little options. Yeah, there, because I think all of these, except for war picks, are simple weapons, and simple weapons just are very, very much overlooked in this game, unfortunately. But there we go. Time is now up. And if you answered war picks, D, you are correct. War picks only have 5 unique weapons, with sickles being a close second with only 6. So if you chose D and only D, you are correct. War picks, my apologies. War picks. So war picks are actually a martial weapon, but they have the least amount of representation in the game by far. Damn, yeah. That was an interesting question, actually, because I was like, oh, that would be a fun question to do. And I was genuinely surprised when I saw war picks. Now, don't get me wrong, war picks do not have the lowest amount of representation in the game. That would actually be light crossbows, or technically javelins. It was just out of these four, and war picks is the lowest of the martial weapons for sure. Huh. How many light hammers are there? Yeah, I mean, there might be some that have more or less, but it was just out of these four. Anyways, moving on to question 7. Which of the following creatures cannot be polymorphed into by the player? Is it A, a blue jay, B, a sheep, C, a dire raven, or D, a cat? I'm going to start a metal band called Warpix. Oh, okay. A, C. Interesting. A. D. I'm seeing a lot of different answers here. B. Wow, this is a very varied question. A lot of people are answering different things. Or what are we doing? Hi, Ryden, we're doing a trivia night. Please feel free to join in. A and B. Interesting. I think it's A. E. Ian, you're playing the wrong game. Good to have you here, by the way. Polymorphed like the spell? We'll see in a minute. A, due to a technicality. Oh. And time is up. Hi, Kirk. Good to have you here. You're saying B. So, if you answered D, you are correct. So, the wording on this one was a little bit off, I will say. But the cat is a wild shape, which is considered different than polymorph in BG3. You can polymorph into a dire raven by using the Corvid token. The blue jay can be polymorphed into using the level 10, I believe it's transmutation wizard feature. And of course, the player can be turned into a sheep by using the polymorph spell. So, yeah. That's what I meant when I said there are some bullshit questions in this one. No, wild shape and polymorph are considered different things in BG3, and actually have different equipment that synergizes with them differently. And the dire raven, while it is a wild shape, you can polymorph into it via the item's description, and the spell's effect by using the Corvid token. It's not counted as a wild shape. Yeah, so technically you can wild shape and polymorph into a dire raven, but the cat is only available through wild shape. I thought that one was going to be a tricky one, so I'm not surprised there. Okay, moving on to question 8. The Hag's Ring is a cut content item that allows the player to cast Disguise Self, Polymorph, Vicious Mockery, or Misty Step. Now, if you spend a lot of time on the BG3 wiki like me, you might know the answer to this one, but otherwise, this one's pretty hard. Okay, C, B, C. New to me, yeah. I don't know, yeah, this one could be really tricky if you're not, like, deliberately into making builds. B, C, never seen the cut items. They're all listed on the wiki, and I've actually featured them in videos before. A, C, A. I mean, that A would definitely be the logical answer. It's kind of her thing. New to me, but I doubt, but when I'm doubt, pick C, so I'm picking C. Okay, interesting. And I play Xbox, so no mods to unlock them. They are on the wiki there. It's very readily available information. And that is time. If you answered C, Vicious Mockery, you are correct. Yes, so Ethel does have the ability to use Vicious Mockery in the game, and it is done so through this ring. She casts a more powered up version of Vicious Mockery. This ring can be accessed through third-party tools, however, the ring was cut from being actually obtainable. So yes, while all of those answers would make logical sense, Vicious Mockery is the answer. I didn't expect a lot of people who aren't deliberately into making builds to get that one. But again, some of these are hard. That's the point. Didn't expect that. No, exactly. I'm a lot worse than I thought I was going to be. Then again, most of my knowledge is through play. Yeah, exactly. That's why I called this little trivia quiz, Are You Smarter Than a Build Maker? Because a lot of these are related to build making, just in some shape or form. Right, moving on to the next question. Which of the following is not in the Sorcerer spell list? A. Fire Shield, B. Armor of Agathis, C. Arcane Gate, or D. All of the above? Your time starts now. I've always wanted to host a game show. This feels fun. I feel like Bradley Walsh. It's probably the best I've done on the test so far in my life. Nope, we dumb. Ads from YouTube is definitely going to be annoying. Yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to stop those. I really do apologize if you guys do get ads, but that's the way YouTube works. D. I think I got this one. B, C, 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 D. You know what? With 15 seconds remaining, I will remind you all that you can select multiple answers. I'm picking D, but you technically can get Armor of Agathis. C, D. Remember, you guys can pick multiple. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is time. If you picked A and B, you are correct. Fire Shield is surprisingly not on the Sorcerer spell list, and Armor of Agathis can only be obtained through Draconic Sorcerer and is not on the spell list by default. Arcane Gate is a 6th level spell that Sorcerer can learn, and obviously all of the above is not the correct answer, since Arcane Gate is not correct. Yeah, the only way to get Agathis on a Sorcerer without multiclassing is through White Dragonborn. And you can guess, kind of, like, there was a clue in the background there. The Dark Urge in the background is a White Dragonborn. That was your clue. I've never even seen Arcane Gate. It basically it's a 6th level spell that lets you create basically a persistent portal between 2 locations within a certain range of each other. Not very useful in the overall game, in my opinion, but it exists, and it can be fun to play around with. Let's go, finally. Did you get one, Eclipse? I shouldn't have taken a break from BG3, I forgot everything. I wasn't allowed to take a break. Anyways... White Draconic Sorcerer can get Agathis, yes, but it's not on the Sorcerer spell list. Right, next question, everybody. Question 10. What is the name of the skill associated with this icon? There are 2 possible answers. So, this is a written-in answer, so you're going to have to write the skill that you think that this is associated with. Your time starts now. That's the 3rd question you got correct. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Trickery Cleric does get Arcane Gate. Can I get a 0.5 for this one? Some Ranger crap, probably. You'd be surprised. Oh my god, I just saw it on your build yesterday. Yeah, maybe I threw that in there on purpose, Knave. Deflect missiles. Oh, you're so close, Captain Kirk. You're so close. Deflect missile. It's a good guess. It's a very good guess. Deflect missiles is very, very close. No clue? I'm going to give people a little bit more time to answer this one, because I do think this one is really tricky, and it is a written-in answer. So I'll give you guys some more time. Piercing resistance. Cinder Snap. There you go, Eclipse. Missile deflection, the other item one. Protection from missiles. If you answered protection from missiles or Cinder Snap reflexes, you are correct. The skill's name is protection from missiles obtained from the Cinder Snap gloves. The condition it grants you is called Cinder Snap reflexes, which both use the same icon, so those are the 2 potential answers you could have gone with. Yes, so protection from missiles is actually classified as a level 2 spell, I believe, or level 1. But it's basically just an item skill that you can use. Yeah, it's a skill. It basically does the same thing as Deflect Missiles, but anyone can use it. It's just, it comes from the Cinder Snap gloves. God, I shouldn't have taken a 2-month break. Protection from Missile, yeah, so if you answered that, you are correct. It's a monk ability originally, though? Oh, hi, Quay. Well, technically not. It's Deflect Missiles on monk, but for this skill, it's called Protection from Missiles or Cinder Snap Reflexes. I was hoping for story-related questions, those I know. Maybe I'll do a more story-related one next time. Alright, next up, question 11. Which of the following races do not get a native skill proficiency? Is it A, Drow, B, Half-Orc, C, Githyanki, or D, Dwarves? We need a character lore trivia next. Yeah, maybe I'll do that one next time. Alright, I'm seeing C, D, B. What does native mean? Basically, when you pick the race, does it just give you a skill proficiency? Like, for example, Wood Elf gets Perception. I have no clue. I've never used any of them. D, I'm seeing a D. Hi, Olav. Half-Orc is your answer. C, D? I think it's D. Interesting. Okay. 10 seconds left on the clock to answer. B, D, and C? C? Oh, there's some good answers here, guys. There are some very, very good answers. And that means your time is up. If you answered both C and D, which a few of you did, you are correct. While Githyanki do not get Astral Knowledge, that is a racial ability, but not a native skill proficiency. So Astral Knowledge gives them skill proficiencies, but it's an ability you have to activate. It's not actually part of the race. And dwarfs just don't get one. Drow gain, I believe it's either perception or stealth. I think all elves get perception. And half-orc gets intimidation. Yep. The only knowledge I have from the game is from your vids. Oh wow, really? Or from the game and vids. 3 out of 11. You didn't get me this time, Hobo. No, see it. Like you have to. I mean, there was a hint, Lazels in the background. But the Githyanki part was kind of a trick question. But I made it even worse by adding dwarves in and just being a total bastard. You know, I've never even played a dwarf. I've played a couple. I'm playing a dwarf right now in a private playthrough I'm doing with a buddy, with Dawson even. Gith have too many spell features to also get a proficiency? Yeah, but then they just get an ability that's just like all the proficiencies. Yeah, so Githyanki do get Astral Knowledge, but it doesn't really count for this question. Always remember to look at the background. It might be a hint. Right, question 12. Which of these skills do not use your intelligence? Is it A, medicine, B, investigation, C, religion, or D, nature? You need to go? Oh, sorry you have to leave Voltage. I'm afraid I can't stop the party now, but as we're going. A, nature. Interesting. A, thought this is A, D. Yeah, this one's pretty easy, I will say. B, A, D. Pretty sure it's A. Yeah, this one's an easy one. This one was kind of a middle-of-the-road one. I gotta give you all one of them. D, A. It uses your wisdom, I think. A. Hi, Suku. Good to have you here. Medicine is wisdom? Well, yeah, this one... Oh, this one I definitely know, especially since it's the same on tabletop. Yeah. I don't even need to give you guys the full time for this one. I think you've all pretty much got it. Heck, I forgot about medicine since Dirge always gets it. Yep. It's medicine. Despite Wizard having a whole subclass based around having the medicine skill, it actually uses wisdom. Yeah, that one might catch some people out, but yes, religion, nature, and investigation are all intelligence skills. Which is strange, but does kind of make sense in practice. Yeah. So, pretty good, I think. I mean, that was kind of an easy one I just kind of threw in there. Again, these aren't ordered in difficulty or anything. So yeah, that's kind of a freebie. You guys get that one for free. Next up, question 13. Which hireling has the noble background? A, Jacelyn, B, Kurz, C, Eldra Lutheran, or D, Brynna Brightsong? Go! Early access Gale jump scare? Yeah. Eldra. Okay, I'm seeing a few. C. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I went from a really easy one straight back to a tricky one. C. Oh, no, you can't change it. You can't change it. I've only used hirelings like twice. I have honestly never used a hireling. You should start using them. They're really useful if you just need, like, skill monkeys or something like that. C, it sounds noble. It's a half-elf noble. A and C. C, with lots of siblings. No way it's Jacelyn. Dirge, voice 5. True. Maybe. Who knows? Right! I don't think a single person got this one. Except for Sin. It's B! Kurz. Kurz is the half-orc noble hireling. I believe Jacelyn is... Oh, he was an entertainer or a criminal or something. I can't remember. But Kurz is the only noble hireling. He is an orc, which is kind of what throws you off. So, yeah, I don't know if anybody got that one. I'm not sure. Yeah, Kurz is a noble. Yeah. It's a weird one, but it's true. All my homies hate the hirelings. Anyways. Who's this? Write your answer down below. Yeah. Who's that? Who's in that picture? Who is it? I'll give you guys slightly more time for this one. Who is that? I know him, but I don't know his name. Voss? I'm not gonna actually read these ones. Are you serious? Oh, I'm seeing a few interesting answers already, actually. It's a Gith. Maybe. Could you imagine I just zoomed out and it's like Gale in Githyanki armor or something? Inquisitor were wargs. Batman. I like that answer. I like Batman. Kithrak Voss. Replace Lae'zel. Interesting answers. Interesting. Well, a few of you got this one. It is, in fact, Losir, the Githyanki fighter who replaces Lae'zel in the opening cutscene if you chose her as an origin. Yeah, so the background kind of was supposed to give it away. As you can see, I kind of deliberately included the kind of like Nautiloid Avernus colors back there so that you guys would have a better chance of answering this one. Finally got one, yeah. Slaps hobo. That was a style of question I stole from another YouTuber named Rusty, because he did something very similar to this but for Elden Ring. You haven't done that origin yet? Yeah, no, you only see this character if you play as the Lae'zel origin, otherwise you do not see this person. Right, halfway through, we're on to question 15. How many different ways are there to obtain the shield spell? This includes items, spell lists, and other ways. So, how many different ways are there to obtain the shield spell? I know I'm getting an F on this quiz, can I get extra credit? Perhaps. What the hell, man? I had to include one numbers-related question. It's Dungeons & Dragons, okay? I get one numbers-related question. This whole game is math. Numerous. No one has counted them, bro. A, B, a lot, A and D. How can you answer 2? It's a numbers question. It's way too early in the morning for math. B. Oh, man, you guys are going to hate me for this one. C, maybe. Let's see. Bro, having to count on the spot is rough. Answer yes, C. Spell, necklace, shield. I'm guessing A or B. We'll see. Alright. Hobo is going to need shield to block all the hate. I knew this was going to be fun, guys. I'm having a great time. I'm just answering random on this one. Okay, if you chose C, 9. This is correct. Shield is granted by 4 different classes / subclasses. That is Sorcerer, Wizard, Eldritch Knight, and Arcane Trickster. 2 feats being Magical, Initiate, Sorcerer, and Wizard. And 3 items. The necklace, the Shield of Shielding, and there was one more as well that I'm forgetting the name of, and it's really bugging me. But yes, there are 9 total ways to get shield. Bet you guys didn't think of the feats, did you? God damn it, I was so close to. Yeah, that one was a tricky question. I will. You're killing us. Elegant studded leather. Thank you, Kirk. I don't know why I forgot the elegant studded leather, but yes, there is 9 total. Well, let's move on to question 16. Beasts... Oh, whoa, wait. Whoops. I've realized I've just made a mistake. Okay, so this next question is... Yeah, I accidentally typed the answer instead of the question. So the question was supposed to be, which of the following creature types has the most representation? Gee, I wonder what the answer is. I must have accidentally duplicated the wrong slide. Damn it. Oh, that's so annoying. You know this one, yeah? Oh, that was going to be such a good question, too. Yeah, oh, I think it must be A. Okay, this is like the part of the bingo sheet where you get the free space in the middle, okay? You guys all get a point for this one. To absolutely everyone's shock, it's D, okay? Beasts have a total of 58 unique entities in the game, although humanoids have over 300. Aberrations, undead, and elementals come somewhat close. Elementals on the shorter side. So yeah, everyone gets a point for that one, because Hobo, in his usual fashion, fucked up. So yes, you all get a point for this one. All of you get a point, because I'm an idiot. Let's hope that didn't happen again. Really should have proofread this shit. Okay. Question 17. Which of the following spells can be learned by both paladins and bards? Is it A, Searing Smite, B, Banishing Smite, C, Thunderous Smite, or D, Wrathful Smite? Alright, seeing a B. Seeing B to start. This one's a tricky one. C, interesting. C, okay, I'm seeing a C. Seeing C's, lots of C's. They're both loud and proud. A, C, B, C and D, interesting. B and C, I'm seeing a lot of multiple answers. That's good. I feel like it's a trick question. It's not. One of these is the answer. D, B, or maybe even more. At least one of them. Trick question for sure. D. All but D. I see I've sown distrust into this group. Wait. Oh, hi, Dex. It's B. Okay. Maybe it's all but B. The answer's C. Thunderous Smite is the only smite spell that can be from the Paladin spell list that can be learned via magical secrets. Banishing Smite cannot be learned by Paladins in BG3 due to the level cap limiting their spell slots. So, yeah, it's Thunderous Smite. Wrathful and Searing are not on the magical secrets list, and Banishing Smite is only available to bards at level 10. So, yeah, Thunderous Smite is the answer. Massive L for Paladins? Yeah, I know, but that's just due to the level cap. It's honestly, I'm just happy they included it in the game at all. I think that's actually kind of cool. It's like a secret spell. Hi, Dex. Sorry if you're a bit late. We're kind of more than halfway through the quiz now. But we're having fun with it. What I can do is I can share this PowerPoint after if you want to try quizzing some of your friends later on as well. I'll share this in the Discord after the stream so you guys can all use it. Right, next question. Which monk subclass gains a subclass feature at level 5? This is a slightly easier one. Is it A, Way of Shadow, B, Way of the Four Elements, C, Way of the Open Hand, or D, none of them? Go. This is a pretty easy one, I will say. I just thought it was like kind of a cool fact. Friends? It's okay, Dex, you'll fail like the rest of us anyway. Yeah, this has been kind of tricky. Trickier than I actually thought it would be. No fucking idea. None of my friends know D&D. Oh, that's a shame. A. Yeah, I see it, yeah. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of A's. Where the open hand gets the elemental punches, no? But do they get them at level 5? A, Shadow, A, D, A. I don't know, man. A. Something tells me this one got Googled. I see you. I think this one got Googled, because it's quite easy just to Google Way of Shadow, isn't it? Isn't it, guys? Huh? If you answered A, you're correct. Way of Shadow monks gain the Shadow Cloak feature at level 5, allowing them to turn invisible, and are the only monk subclass in BG3 to get a subclass feature at level 5. Cloak of Shadow, brother. Yep. So yeah, I don't know why Way of Shadow is the only monk subclass to get a level 5 feature, but they do. Kinda weird. Way of Shadow is my favourite monk class, and that's why I knew. Ah, okay, interesting. What does Pot of Greed do? It allows you to summon 3 cards from your deck. Anyways, question 19. There is a single spell scroll in Baldur's Gate 3 that allows a wizard to inscribe a first level spell from another class's spell list, which it wouldn't normally be able to do. What is that spell? Is it A, Command, B, Goodberry, C, Guiding Bolt, or D, Armor of Agathis? Go. Yep. Alright, I'm seeing C, Command. I don't understand the question. Okay, so basically, when a wizard scribes spells, they can learn spells from scrolls, and they become part of the spell list. However, the only scrolls in the game are typically, that haven't been cut content, are limited to the wizard spell list. Except for one. There actually are a couple, but this is for only a first level spell, and there's only one first level spell in the game like this. Yeah, Shadowheart's just kind of hiding in the corner because I didn't know what to put on this slide. I'll admit you've lost me here. Yeah, this is a tricky one. I will give you that. Alright, that is time up. And I think the answer is going to shock you. It's Goodberry. A scroll of Goodberry can be found in Nortail's hostel in Act 3. It is the only way for a wizard to learn Goodberry in the game. Command, Guiding Bolt, and Armor of Agathis. I know for a fact Armor of Agathis is a scroll in the game, but it's cut content. It's not available in a regular playthrough. And Command and Guiding Bolt just were never scrolls to begin with. Yeah, and it's so funny because it's in Act 3 of all places, yeah. But yeah, no, you can find a Scroll of Goodberry in Act 3. So Gale can have a snack. Yes, yes. Shot the backstabber. Yeah, maybe the character in the background was a red herring this time. Right, 10 questions left to go. Question 20. Which of the following status conditions can be inflicted by the effect of a wild magic surge from Sorcerer? So not from Barbarian. Is it blinded, charmed, poisoned, or frightened? Only one of the following status conditions can be inflicted by a wild magic surge. Or maybe you just made this shit up on the spot. No, I don't think I did. I've spent a few days making this PowerPoint, I tell you. Oh, it's either A or B. B, B, A, A. I'm seeing a few A's, seeing a few B's. Lots of different things. So only one of these can be inflicted. Only one. The rest cannot be inflicted by a wild magic surge. Gotta go with the crowd, so A. You have zero clue, you've never used wild magic sork. I think I've gotten blinded through wild sorcerer before. A, then fireball for game over status. Don't let me down, guys. A. Watch it be D. A. Well, time is up. If you chose A, blinded, you are correct. Sorcerer's Wild Magic Surge can trigger a fog cloud, which causes blindness. The rest cannot be inflicted through Wild Magic Surges alone. So yeah, kind of an easy one. If you've ever played a Wild Magic Sorcerer, you've probably come across this one before. So yeah, that is question 20. Let's move on. What is the name of the subclass feature that this icon represents? This is a written-in question, so I'll give you slightly more time to answer. We're making a comeback. Thank you, Johnny. 10 correct answers. Yeah, oh nice. Improved wild shape? Maybe. Iron Nerves. I gotta take your first answer. Iron Nerves, Iron Will. Steel Will, that's a druid feature for sure. Iron Mind, something Elk or Ranger. Like the actual one or just a generic one? This is a subclass feature. So subclass, not full class. So you have to choose a subclass to get this one. Aspect of the Elk thingy from Barb. Oh dear. I'm not sure. That's a Hunter Ranger sub-feature. Hi, Sideswipe, good to have you here. Actually, one of my favourite Transformers characters. Druids are so mid, but I've never used them. Interesting. Alright, I think that's enough time, especially since I forgot to start my timer. I'll give you guys a few more seconds. Feckin' goat magic. Said that's not a goat. I don't think I've used any of those classes. Anyways, I think I've given you guys more than enough time. It is Steel Will, a passive feature from Hunter Ranger that gives advantage on saves against being frightened. So yes, it's not Druid, it's not Barbarian, it's Hunter Ranger. I hate you, Hobo. Yeah, I'll give you that one, Vlad. I'll give you that one. I'll let that one slide. I kind of called it, though. 11 correct answers. I've never gone into Ranger other than Gloomstalker. Hunter has a lot to offer. I really like Hunter, actually. It can do quite a lot for you. Who even plays Hunter Ranger these days? I think it's okay. Alright, we're really getting into the final questions now, and I don't know if they're going to be easier or harder. We shall see. Question 22. Which of the following items is not found in Kreshulik? A. The Soulbreaker Greatsword. B. The Strange Conduit Ring. C. The Skin Burster. Or D. The Psionic Ward Armor. Didn't get play enough levels to gain it? Right. They can't possibly be harder. D. Some of my Hunter... D. I know this one. D. I play Hunter Ranger. It's effing D. D. Psionic Ward armor, Psionic Ward. Is that a trick question? D. It's got to be D. D. Wow. Everyone's answering D for this one. Yes, something I actually know. D. I'm not reading that, Dex. I'm going the crowd here. FML. D. D. Yeah, some of these are a bit easier. I thought I might catch some people out with this one, but you guys are pretty screwed on. There's no need to keep up the timer going. It's D, the Psionic Ward armor. This is obtained by defeating Chitrai Suckan these nuts in Act 2. Sorry. Yeah, the Soulbreaker, Greatsword, the Strange Conduit Ring, and the Skin Burster are all obtainable from the Crash. The Psionic Ward armor is the only thing that is not, which I guess a lot of you did know. Hello, Quellium. Good to have you here. I don't recognize A. But Soulbreaker Greatsword is, I believe it's obtained from the Inquisitor, and yeah, it is basically like a worse version of the Silver Sword of the Astral Plane. We rated everything in that place. Yeah, exactly. Hobo, did you counter D's me? Maybe I did. Maybe I did. You may have heard of Counterspell Mortal, but I, a master wizard, know even greater spell. Counter these nuts! I apologize. Is it... Okay, sorry. Kithrak's sword, not the Inquisitor? Right, my apologies. I cast... No! Right, next question before this gets out of hand. How many weapon categories have the two-handed property? Is it A, 11, B, 17, C, 14, or D, 19? This has gone too far. And it's another numbers question. I get another numbers question. I'm allowed to have it. I'm just seeing C, C, A. Does versatile count too? I don't know. More maths? Oh, it's not really. It's just basic counting. Off of memory. A? B? You know what the worst part is? I kind of have to admit, I don't actually remember off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure I know which one it is, but I'm going to have to see the answer that I wrote. Because again, I did all these questions like, I think, either last week or the start of this week, so I'm actually forgetting this one. I'm going to guess B for fun. No idea, but B. I think A, wild guess C. Alright. We are out of time. The correct answer is... B! I did think so. Versatile weapons have the two-handed property, but only when wielded in two hands. Without versatile weapons, 11 would be the answer. But no, including versatile, which do have the two-handed property, it is 17. 17 weapon categories have the two-handed property. Boo! Hey, it's true. It is true. They do have the two-handed property. That's not fair. The thing is, somebody guessed, like, wait, are we counting versatile weapons? I was just like, eh? Ack, 2 off the answer. Yeah, unfortunate, but it's how it happens. It kind of was a trick question, but also not really, because it deliberately lists versatile weapons as having the two-handed property. It does count. Okay, moving on to question 24. Which feat uses this icon? Go. Write in your answers. Which feat uses this icon? This one is either going to be very easy or very difficult. Very easy or very difficult. And I don't know yet. I can't believe you'd betray me like this. I know, but I can't remember the name. Dual wielder? That's a good guess. Weapon master? That's also a good guess. Your guess is savage attacker? Yeah, that's a good guess too. I honestly, yeah, like I said, this is going to be either really... Two-weapon fighting, that, if you mean dual wielder, two-weapon fighting is the fighting style. This is a feat. Deadly Mouse says skilled. Interesting guess. It's definitely a feat nobody uses. Weapon master, dual wielder, maybe skilled. Okay, if you answered skilled, you are correct. Skilled is the feat that gives you extra skill proficiencies. For some reason, that's his icon. Oh, man. Yeah, that one was a bullshit one. Even I thought it was bullshit when I came up with it, but I just started clicking my fingers together like Mr. Burns and just went, yes, excellent. This one will get them. It's a tricky one, that one. It is a really, really tricky one. I don't know why that is the icon for skilled, but that is the answer. Yeah, I don't know either, Quellium. I don't know. Moving on to question 25, only 5 remain. Which of the following is an effect on the Barbarian Wild Magic Surge table? So one of the following is on the Barbarian Wild Magic Surge table. Go. Oh, I've just lost my timer. My timer's gone. I've accidentally deleted it. Oh no. You know what? You guys get until I figure this out to answer this question. I'm not looking at chat. I'm gonna reveal it in a minute. Okay. Oh, come on. Why? Oh, my phone is being a bellend. Right, okay. I'll give you guys a few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you answered D, teleport, you are correct. Teleport is actually on both of the Wild Magic Surge tables, but all of the rest are on only the Sorcerer one. Enchant Weapons, Shield, and Action Surge are on the Sorcerer weapons. Now, I know what some of you are going to say. No, the Shield in the Wild Magic Surge table does not count as a spell as an answer to the previous question. It's not a spell, it's a surge effect. There is actually a difference. I did go through with my language on that one a bit carefully. Yes, so teleport is on both. Specifically the Barbarian one. Not even getting 50%. You know, I've just lost hope now. You've broken me. I was so confident at the start. I've got an Action Surge on Barb, I swear. Nope, it's not on there. There's a very limited amount of Wild Magic Surge effects on the Barbarian table. Yeah, keep coming up with the excuses. Either way. Question 26, let's go. I haven't kept count, I don't want to know. Which of the following is a variant of Contagion? Mindfire, Seizure, Filth Fever, or Slimy Doom? Which of the following is a variant of Contagion? I'm seeing an A, I'm seeing a D. All of the above, all of them, D. D. Mindfire, C? D. Oh, I think this one's giving some people some pause. It's literally in the background. Yeah, that's the Contagion spell, yes. D or all of the above? Why not C? A and B. Interesting guess, Suku. A and D at least. D, D. I swear if it's all of the above without it being an option, I'm subscribing. I said from the start that all questions can have multiple answers. Nave, I'm sorry, okay? I'm really sorry. I established the rule at the start. I know, and I'm sorry. I had to though. It's been great having you here, Nave. F in the chat. My apologies, Nave. I'm sayonara. I'm sorry about that one, gang. I had to. Anyways. You will be missed, my friend. Right. Next question. Which of the following is not a cantrip? Rays of Fire, Selûne's Dream, Incubus Charm, or Entangle? I just lost so much respect for you. I'm sorry! This isn't a serious thing anyway. Which of the following is not a cantrip? Alright, I'm seeing D, 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 Entangle, D, D. Oh no, you guys are going to hate me for this one again, aren't you? Yeah, these last few are the ones where I just kind of went, you know what? I could be a total dick. Selûne's Dream is once per short rest. It's all of them. It's all of them. Don't you dare all of the above, C and D. Oh, you guys are gonna hate me for this one. Okay, I will tell you, it's not a multiple answer. It's not. It's none of them. No. It's one of them. I'm out. Okay. Oh, you guys are gonna hate me for this. I am really sorry. It's C, Incubus Charm. Rays of Fire is a cantrip from the Helldusk Gloves, Selena's Dream is from the Amulet of Selena's Chosen, and Entangle can be a cantrip when it's used by a Dryad. Incubus Charm is a first level spell. Yeah, there is a version of Entangle that the Dryad can use that is a cantrip. You know what the funniest thing is he held true to the thing. Knave has actually unsubscribed. I'm not kidding. The subscriber count has gone down by 1. I'm not kidding. He actually did it. That is hilarious. Godspeed, you magnificent bastard, if I never see you again. That is yeah, I know. These last questions. Oh my days, that is insane. What an actual madman. Yeah, I don't blame him. It was bullshit. He honoured his word. I'll give it to him. I will give it to him. Alright, question 28. The Spectator has a unique resource not found anywhere else in BG3. This is called a blank action. So fill in the blank here. He is probably still lurking here, and if he is, I do sincerely apologise, because some of these questions are not fair, but this is not like a serious thing, you know what I mean. I know, I don't actually mean to upset anybody with this, so hopefully he's not actually upset, but I hope he's just committed to the bit. A gay action. Movement? No, it's a unique resource. It's called a blank action. Ray action. Is petrifying ray? I action, lair, a bullshit action. The gay action. Pride action. Sinless with eye stalk action. That's a very, very good guess. Petrifying ray. So you guys are describing a skill, not not an action. Sean, I'm with you. Paralysis ray. So this is an interesting tidbit, okay? Petrifying gay, surprise action. Not quite. Being extra ugly. The being extra ugly action. Okay, so there was actually a correct answer. It's called an eye stalk action. It has a unique extra action called an eye stalk action that is a resource that it can spend to cast spells with its 2 extra eyes. That is separate from its action and its bonus action. So yeah, Sin did actually know that one. Yeah. Yeah, it is the eye stalk action. So whoever said eye action, I'll let you have that one. How do you even find that out? By spending a lot of time playing this game and on the wiki. Do you have beef with the Spectator? Sorry, is it meant to be... I think I said... I probably said Beholder a few times. It is a Spectator, because there are no Beholders in this game. So yeah, Spectator. My apologies. You never knew Spectators had that? Yeah, no. It was an interesting thing to find when I was researching for this quiz. Right, 2 more questions remain. Which of the following weapon categories has a weapon that allows you to deal bludgeoning damage with a sneak attack? Is it A, flails, B, short swords, C, clubs, or D, maces? Which of the following weapon categories has a weapon that allows you to deal bludgeoning damage with a sneak attack? I'm calling Hobo HR, this is rigged. Short swords, clubs, short swords, B, interesting, D, interesting. Because remember, sneak attack carries the damage type of the weapon. It's not exclusively slashing or piercing. It carries the damage type of the weapon, and there is a way to deal bludgeoning damage. Short swords actually rigged. None. Short swords because of the pommel strike. C, B, especially since it's a light weapon. Interesting. But remember, sneak attack requires finesse. Just saying. That's what makes me think it's D. Captain Kirk says the training sword. Yep, that is correct, Kirk. It is The short swords. The wooden practice swords found in Acts 1 and 2 are finesse weapons that deal bludgeoning damage, meaning that you can sneak attack with them and it will deal bludgeoning damage. Okay, with that... I mean, I thought that was a pretty good question. Be changing my answer. Mission failed successfully. I wish bludgeoning finesse weapons existed in 5e. That's actually good to know. Yeah, it's actually a really interesting thing. Yeah. Okay, and the final question, and I will be genuinely surprised if anyone gets this right without any blind luck. Which book in Baldur's Gate 3 contains this text? There is light in every living thing. Is it A, Evil's Ascent, B, The Flask of Light, C, The Warrior of Love, or D, The Folly and the Fall? Yeah. Right, I'm seeing a D, I'm seeing a C, an A, C. It's a guess, yeah. D, you're crazy for this. B, A, X. Oh, my days. You think I'm a nerd? A, I think. Rolling a D4. A, Y. B, 25% chance. C, B, people on the internet don't read. You guys have been reading this quiz up till now. Oh, man. Yeah, no, this one was deliberately just designed to be like a final, yeah, no, this is impossible kind of question. And I don't blame anyone for actually not getting this one. It's from one of the Arcane Tower books. I mean, probably. I'll give a couple more seconds. The answer is A, Evil's Ascent. This is the full passage. There is light in every living thing. It's crawling towards the surface to survive, and in its wake, it tramples everything. We'll kill the rest so that one can thrive. Yeah, if I included the full passage, that one probably could have just been done on, like, guesswork alone. But yes, it is Evil's Ascent. That is the answer. And that is the final answer of the quiz. The final question, even. Or is it? There is one more burning question. A question that has existed on this channel since the very, very early days. Now, this one is not worth any points. This one is not worth anything. This is a question that I need the answer to. This is a question that must be unearthed, that must be answered definitively once and for all. Nave, hi! I'm sorry, Nave. I'm really sorry. You actually unsubscribed from the channel, you absolute mad lad. I have so much respect for you, my dude. I actually went and checked. That was brilliant. Well done, Nave. I actually checked. The subscriber count went down by 1. If that wasn't you, I am shocked. But as I said, there is one more bonus question. A question I've been asking from the very start. How do you pronounce this? How do you pronounce this? How do you pronounce that deity's name? How do you pronounce it? Like, I still have no idea to this day, really. So many people have tried to tell me, and I don't know. It's one of these. It's got to be one of these, surely. I don't know. I really don't know. Wait, how do you pronounce it? I'm not even going to string you guys along with the answer for this one. I don't know. And that's the end of the VG3 trivia stream. At least this part of it. We're going to move on to routing out a challenge run in just a minute. But thank you all so much for participating in that. I know the questions were bullshit. I know. But it was so fun. I really, really enjoyed doing that. I promise if I do this again in the future, I won't pull any more bullshit like that. But I absolutely had to throw some of those in there because they were too funny. And I really hope that despite some frustrations that might have come up from this, I hope you guys actually enjoyed that. If you like, we can go over the answers. And as I said, there will be a link to this available in the Discord. I will post a version of this that you guys can download and copy for yourselves, that you can that you can try out for yourselves. So yeah, basically, yeah, so the answer to the first one, so obviously that was B and D. Yeah, I failed hard, but it was fun. Even if my consonants is shattered forever, it was fun. Thank you, Dave. I'm so glad you enjoyed that. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Mateo. You did arrive at the end. My apologies, but I had to start when we were starting the stream, and that took about an hour, which is longer than I projected. You broke all of our confidence on knowledge of this game. Oh, come on. Some of these were bullshit. Even I will admit that. The one that I have to fix, was the question about the, where is it? The creature types? Yeah. So what I would do to, like, make this is I would, like, duplicate the question slide, and I think what I did was I accidentally duplicated the answer slide instead. So for this one, if you do run this quiz for other people, change this to, which creature type has the most representation in BG3 out of the following, and then that would be that. So yeah, everyone got that one for free because I messed it up, but the rest of these were all legit. It's okay, Mateo, you're left off better than us. Nah, man, you good. I think I did 50-50. Yeah, so if you want to tally up your answers, like I said, the Google form would have done that for you because I actually did key in the correct answers for that one. So if you answered on that, in fact, hold on, we might be able to check that if you'll give me a second. I'll be curious to see if people actually did it. Hold up, I'm gonna be in a different browser for a second. Let's see. There are actually 7 people who used it. On average, the average score for that was 12. That's crazy. The highest on the form, the highest correct answer count was 23. So whoever got 23, I guess you're technically the winner. Oh my days. Yeah, hold on. I might be able to show this off on stream, maybe? I don't know if it'll let me without me revealing personal information. Oh, it forces you to sign in, so no, I can't. But, yeah. I don't believe anyone but you got 23. Well, I would be impressed if someone actually did, because that would be really interesting. I used the form but didn't finish it. Fair enough. I probably didn't give most people enough time to finish it, but yeah. So, let's go over the questions one more time just so everyone can see what they got. The answer to the first question was B and D, then B, then C, then A, then B, then D again, then C, then A and B, then the answer was protection from missiles or Cinder Snap reflexes, then it was C and D for the skill proficiency question, A for medicine, B curs, then this one was Losir, 9 different ways to get the shield spell, D beasts, which is the one everyone got, C thunderous smite, A way of shadow, B Goodberry, A blinded, Steel Will, D Psionic Ward, B 17, Skilled, Teleport, all of them, which is the question that broke Knave. Question 27, C, this Eye Stalk action for 28, B Short Swords, and then finally, A, Evil's Ascent, and then the last one was a meme. Was this inspired by Magic the Noah's Quiz? No, it was inspired by, I'll even pull it up, Elden Ring Trivia Rusty. It was inspired by this, video here. Who did, from this YouTuber named Rusty, who did an Elden Ring variant whose questions were even more bullshit than mine. So, if you thought mine were bad, his were worse. What was the passing mark? I'd say, well, going off of, like, if you got at least half, I'll say you passed. If you got at least half, you passed. You passed the test. I should have had 24, but I put Eye Stalk action instead of just Eye Stalk. Yeah, so it was just a fill in the blank, so you just had to type Eye Stalk. Wow, really twisting the knife. What, half? Half of 30? That's only 15, and some of these were kind of easy. 13, 25 about prep. Yeah, to be fair, there's no real passing mark. None of you guys had, like, prep time to study for this. So, in reality, if you even got, like, one question right, honestly. That wasn't the free one. You passed. So congratulations. Woohoo. You passed. Nah, well done. You passed with 25 incorrect. 10 out of 30 should be a pass. I got 8. Wow. Those who failed can't play the game anymore. But yeah, like I say, I will link this in the Discord if you guys are over there, if you guys want to like run this for yourselves or something like that. But I thought it would be a fun thing to kind of do as a stream. But yeah, if you guys want me to do another one of these in the future, I can. It just takes a lot of time to make these. Obviously, coming up with the questions is a bit tricky. Maybe I'll do like a story and lore kind of based one instead next time. But I might collaborate with some individuals who know a bit more about the lore than me to get that done. I'm glad you guys had fun. It was a bit of a meme. It was a bit of a joke about, but overall, I'm really, really happy with how this turned out. So yeah, okay. Let's move on to the second part of the stream then, as we kind of come down from that. And that is, we are going to be planning the Pokemon Trainer run. So let's quiz me. Tell you what, guys. If we start, like, a channel in the Discord where you guys can, like, collaborate and, like, submit questions for, like, me to answer on stream, like, I'll just read it off the Discord chat, that'd be really funny. But I don't think that's really very easy to do. Chat isn't visible too well because of the background. 1 second. Let me fix that. Ta-da! Is that better? Looks a bit better to me. Let me just, I might very quickly, I can do this, and then, there we go. Pokemon gonna catch them all. So, the idea for this, and I know other YouTubers have done, like, all summon runs, like, summon only runs, but this one is slightly different. So here is the rules that I have outlined. These are not final. We may add or take it away from these. So this is based on my build from a couple of months ago. Yes, this is based on the Monster Tamer build and the kind of concept that I brought up from that. This is basically the full evolution of that. I'm going to do a challenge run over a few live streams about this. And we're going to try it. So, the only summons the player can use must come from scrolls, items, or quest rewards. You cannot use summons obtained via level up. Spell scrolls are allowed to be scribed by a wizard for repeated use. So the idea is we have to go out and catch Pokemon, in quotations. Going out into the world and finding them and then adding them to our party, rather than just getting them through level up. Second, the player cannot directly deal damage, inflict conditions, or shove enemies. Only the summons can. So we, as a player, as the player character, are not allowed to directly interact with hostile entities. We have to use summons to deal damage and do other things. However, environmental effects can be used. As an example, in like an extreme case, the hammer in Grimforge. So if we're fighting Grim, in Grimforge, if we get him in the correct positioning, we are allowed to use the hammer there. Otherwise, shoving, full damage, other stuff like that is not allowed. If like an enemy character happens to be on an oil slick, or maybe like some water, and we're able to use that with the ability of a summon, we can do that. That's kind of the plan. Starter Pokemon exists though? I know. But considering we can get a starter Pokemon, in quotations, without needing to break this specific rule, I say we do it. And Find Familiar is a scroll that we can get anyway, so I like the idea of just going out and catching one to start with. Almost like Pokemon Ranger. The player can use self-buffs or buffs for summons, so Sanctuary, Haste, Bardic Inspiration, etc. And I am going to allow healing spells and items. I think that makes it a bit more fair on me, especially since if we jump down a bit, this is going to be attempted on Honor Mode. Otherwise, if we feel like healing spells is a little too lenient, we could change it to only healing items to be in more within the Pokemon realm. Do you learn the scroll or just cast it? Yeah, so you can you can use the scroll, or if you go for a level of wizard, which I plan to, you can scribe it into your spellbook and use it there. But you can only use summons from the spellbook gained that way. I might add that to this rule. Only summons scribed and in the spell book can be used this way. Something like that. But we could use, like, summons like Us, or Scratch, or something like that, repeatedly. So, if we think healing spells are too OP, I can just say healing items are allowed, but not spells. But this is going to be played on a mode to start with, but if we die, like, really far into the run, I will just switch to Tactician and say it's technically a loss, but we're going to finish the run anyway. I could make it a Nuzlocke Iron Man, basically if a summon dies we can't use it again, but I think that's too far for me, personally. I'm not trying to kill myself here, I just want to have a fun, challenging run. So anyway, keeping on with the rules, only one summon can be used at a time. Multiple entities summoned from one casting of a spell count as a singular summon. So, for example, Conjure Minor Elementals can summon 2 Ice or 2 Mud methods, or Dance Macabre from the Necromancy of Fae can cast multiple little guys from one spell, similar to how there is like Pokemon that have multiple entities, like Dugtrio, Phalanx. Those will count as one, so we can use those spells. But only one summon can be used at a time. So one summon spell can be used at a time. If we want to summon another summon, we need to dismiss the first one. So it's single battles, and we can switch them out. If a summon... you can only use 6 different summons per long rest. So that's like in Pokemon where you create the team of 6. We can set 6 summons that we're allowed to use for that long rest, but we're not allowed to change those until we long rest again. If a summon dies or is dismissed during combat, you cannot use that summon again until the next short rest. Just a little bit of a caveat there. Kind of like playing on the idea of healing your Pokemon at the Pokemon Center. This is a solo run, no extra party members allowed, only summons. So yep, I'm going to attempt this solo as well, other than the summons, of course. This run will be attempted on Honor Mode, however, Tactician will be allowed if a death occurs after the end of Act 1. That's kind of the limit that I'm setting there, because again, I don't want to spend 40 years on this run not making progress. NPCs that are not under direct control of the player that help in combat do not invalidate the run, but should be avoided where possible. Okay, so characters like Jaheira at the finale of Act 2, stuff like that. Or if the guards intervene in Act 3 or something. NPCs that are not summons but do become summons later on, such as Us in the opening, can be used as long as they are the only one attacking, so we can't use them in addition to a summon. And this is the big one. In order for the run to be considered complete, the player must defeat the 8 gym leaders and the Elite Four before challenging the champion, which is the final boss. So part of the routing of this run that we're going to be doing today is deciding who the 8 gym leaders and the Elite Four are. So yeah, Glut. That's a bit of a weird one. So basically, with Glut, in that case, he would count towards the 6. So he wouldn't be able to use... So he would be one of our Pokemon in that instance. Yeah, basically all the legendary action bosses. But we might be able to decide which ones we want to fight and which one we don't. Does Act 1 include the Crash or not? I would say as soon as we enter the Shadowlands, that is like do or die. If we die, we continue, I would say. But Glut can also summon. So can the Dryad, but we probably won't be getting the Dryad in this run. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Glut can be like that scenario in some of the Pokemon games where you have a person following you and they get their own Pokemon and it's like turns into double battles. Maybe that's what Glut could be. But yeah, these are kind of the basic outlines for the rules of the run that we will be working off of as we kind of plan this out. Sound good? Oh, hang on. Let me just make sure I've got everything right. Let me just make sure I've got... Yeah, okay, sorry, I was just checking how the stream was doing. Anyways, let's have a look at this. I'm going to tell you the rest right now. It sounds like total suicide for Honor Mode. Perhaps, but maybe. Maybe we can see. Because the thing is we're not limited on, spells that buff ourselves, or maybe, like, what race we pick. So there's the opportunity for us to get, like, Disguise Self or something, or maybe even the Dwaygar or play as a Drow, to be able to kind of avoid a lot of the Act 1 combat, and get experience from doing that. Because we're going to want to attain 3 levels. I want to start as a Bard for the skill proficiencies, then I want Wizard for the scroll scribing, and then I want Cleric for Sanctuary. Which I know we can get just by leveling Bard anyway, but I want to get Sanctuary as early as we can. And respecking is allowed, so we can play with the levels as we go. Loroican is basically an Elite Four member already. Yeah, exactly. So, So the first thing I want to do here is this is just a template, I haven't gone through the rest of this, but the first thing we're going to want to decide is which summons are we going to go for and when. Because obviously a big part of the run is looking at the summons. So, Auntie Ethel will be a poison or dark type gym leader, her hair can be the insignia. Yeah, exactly. Underdark, the place for double battles. Yeah, something like that. That feeling when the final Elite Four member, Raph, is harder than the champion, Elderbrain? Yeah, that's the thing. I'm pretty sure Raph is going to be a fight in this run. But like I say, at that point, if we die, we just drop it down to Tactician and try again. Again, people have done Raphael with just summons before. Maybe we can too. Who knows? Who knows? We can try, Yeah, we need to collect the gym badges, but let's look at the viable summons first, and then the next thing, the objective section, will be which bosses we have to beat to count towards this. So, let's look at the viable summons. If we go to the BG3 Wiki and look at the spell list, which they've hidden behind another page, right here, list of all spells, we can figure out the summons that we're able to use. I think Mage Hand counts towards our total, because Mage Hand can do a lot of things, and it kind of functions like a summon. So I think Mage Hand does count as one. We can't get this one through a scroll, but maybe since some people went for the starter Pokemon rule, maybe Mage Hand could be the quote-unquote starter if all else fails. But I'm not too worried about just Mage Hand, but I'll leave it there as a thing for now. Obviously, let's have a look. Find Familiar. Find Familiar is going to be probably like one of the earlier ones we get. We can get this from a scroll, so we can get Find Familiar in this run, but the problem is like, again, getting scrolls is going to be tricky because we're kind of relying on vendors to have those scrolls. So it's kind of RNG as to whether or not we're actually going to be able to get certain summons or not. There are specific summons that we're guaranteed to get, so Find Familiar is one. Is Mage Hand a Psychic type? Maybe. Cambions, yes. Merkle, the Ghost type gym leader? Yeah. What's the pseudo-legendary here? Probably the Diva from the Bestial Communion scroll, which we'll get to in a minute. So yeah, Find Familiar would be one. Just checking the rest of the spell list to make sure I haven't missed a summon here. I don't think so. So level 2 would be the next. So we're not going to get some of the higher level summons until a little bit into the run. One of which that I didn't even consider would be Flaming Sphere would actually be one. It is a summon that we can use, so I would say that counts. Which can also be obtained from a scroll. So, yeah, I think that works for us. Let's see, what else do we have? In fact, actually, I should probably be looking at the scrolls page. Hold up. That might be better, actually. Yeah, let's have a look at the scrolls. Yeah, so there's the Scroll of Bestial Communion, which would be kind of our, like, pseudo-legendary or legendary Pokemon, because we can scribe it and get the ability to summon a Diva, which would be really powerful. So let's keep that one in mind. I'll kind of basically add these to the document and, like, where we get them later. That's kind of the plan. Shovel's Scroll, yes. Scroll of Summon Quasit, absolutely. He's basically going to be our starter. Because we can go, or she is basically going to be our starter, because we can go straight there and get that. Yeah, basically our Meowth, that's a good point. Yeah, so Scroll of, Scroll of Summon Quasit. There's the Scroll of Goodberry. Told you it existed. The scroll appears to be unique. Yeah, it's the only one in the game. So yeah, we can get the Scroll of Flaming Sphere. We can absolutely get that one. I would not count Cloud of Daggers. I don't think that fits the bill enough for our purposes. So the next thing would be Animate Dead. What else do we have here? I don't think there's anything else in level 3. Don't disrespect Shovel by comparing it to Meowth. Is Goodberry a summon? Nope. Does Will's Rapier count? Yes, we can use Will's Rapier because items do count towards our total. We just have to... if it's something that we can go out and get in the world, then it counts. For level 4, we'd get Conjure Minor Elemental. For level 5, we would get Conjure Elemental. I don't think there's any others here. I would say maybe Planar Binding or Dominate Person could technically count, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. Scroll of Bestial Communion can also work. Planar Ally is not a scroll, actually. So the only way we can get Planar Ally is through items. Fireball, but it's just an Electrode immediately using self-destruct. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, we can go through the items as well. So things like you say, the Infernal Rapier. Now, unfortunately, the Infernal Rapier does require will to get. So it's kind of up in the air as to whether or not we allow it for the use of this run. We would have to have will in the party, but we could keep him out of combat if we feel like we want to count that. Or we just play as the Will Origin. That's a good point, actually, Dex. It's not summoned indefinitely. It stays out for a very long time and eventually just poops away. Interesting. Okay. Has an actual turn limit. Yeah, maybe we can make this a will run. My only concern with that is the fact that, what do you call it? We wouldn't be getting like something like the Dwegar's invisibility, which could actually be really crucial to the run to be able to sneak past some encounters in the late game. I don't know. We'll have to see. For Trainer of Frontiers, but yeah, we could totally play Will if we feel like that is the way to go. In order to... Are you using... No, this is going to be vanilla. This is going to be a vanilla run. No mods. Yeah, we'll do it as a Will Origin run. I actually kind of like that. So the Infernal Rapier is on the table. We'll be playing as Will. So we'll add that to like the summon thing in a minute. I didn't even consider playing as Will. That's actually a really good idea. Please make your mum a hireling so she can just chill in your camp whenever you rest. Oh, that would be funny. And I'm not sure what other items give summons. This is kind of why I wanted you guys to help me, because I can't exactly remember all of them. Respec amount of Warlock? Yeah, so my plan to play this build is as a mostly Bard with dips into Wizard and Sorcerer. Wizard for spell scribing and, or not Sorcerer, Wizard and Cleric. Cleric for Sanctuary, Wizard for the spell scribing. Yeah, lots of Act 3 weapons. Yeah, there's quite a few. I mean, if we look at the actual spell list, it might give us a better idea of where those summon spells come from. Hold up. We go to like the higher level ones. Yeah, Create Undead would be one that we could use. Planar Ally. We'd get Planar Ally Cambion from the Rapier, so that's fine. We know that one. Create Undead we can get from the Crypt Lord Ring, so we can get that one. I'm not sure if there's any more. 10 Lore Bard, 1 Light Cleric, 1 Wizard. Either 10 Lore Bard or 10 Valor Bard to give Bardic Inspiration to the summons, because you can do that. Conjure Elemental will come from a scroll. I don't think we can get Conjure Woodland Being without 7 levels of Druid, yeah. No, and I don't think it's worth it to go that far into Druid just for that, unless it becomes necessary. But I don't think so. I think that's everything. Why Bard over mainly Wizard? Wizard get more prepared spells? Yes, but I also do want skill proficiencies to be able to get through dialogue and still get EXP and such. And it's more for the theming. I feel like Bard is closer to like what I kind of want for the Pokemon Trainer. Because again, if we're playing this with the Pokemon theme, we use Bardic Inspiration as basically shouting commands to the Pokemon in battle like they do in the show. That's how I justified it in the Monster Tamer build, and I'd like to stick with that here. We still get the same amount of... We're still going to be able to, because we can kind of dump our physical stats with this build, so we can still get like high intelligence and all that to make our spellbook bigger. But I do kind of want to go with Bard, just for the kind of like staking on the theme. The Raven Gloves. Raven Gloves. That is a good one. Let me go to the Find Familiar spell real quick. It doesn't actually list it here, but if we go to the Raven variant... Hold on, I'll have to Google it. Hold on, not Google it, search it up. Raven Gloves. And for the record, I would count, like, specific, like, as some, like, this is technically the Find Familiar spell, but it's named differently, so I would count this as a separate summon from Find Familiar. Oh, sorry, am I stupid? Yeah, the Circle of Bones hack could definitely be useful. That's the thing, we'll get into certain equipment that we'll want to get that's outside of summoning equipment in a minute. Yeah, so I think think this is everything that we can get. That will work for... Oh, I've got that twice. That will work for this run. Connor! Connor, hold up. Connor Vinderbold. Is this him? Right, we could get him, can't we? Oh, shoot. How do we get him? What do we actually have to do to get him? I think, yeah. Okay, so second marriage. Right, so we're going to want that as one of ours. Okay. Nah, there we go. Deepen Pact to buff familiars. Hi, Riley. What, from Warlock, you mean? Unfortunately, Warlock is a bit of a tricky one. I don't know if it's worth taking the 3 levels of Warlock it would be necessary. Or 5 levels, actually, to get, what do you call it? Pact of the Chain. Because it only works with Find Familiar. It doesn't work with other summon spells. Otherwise, yes, that would be great. But I think just getting haste would be better overall than trying to do this. Necromancy of Fae also gives Create Undead. That is true. So the Necromancy of Fae is basically going to be required for this run. Deep Impact stacks with every familiar. Dance Macabre. Yep, Dance Macabre would count. Hold up. Yeah, that would count towards the run. Yeah, so Necromancy of Fae. We're going to want to do that entire questline. So I think we have all of the... You got to go. All right, thank you for coming, Mine. Shadow Lantern, except you need Gale in the party. Yeah, and I think we're locked into Will because playing our ally Cambion is going to be extremely useful. 6th level of Necromancer buffs undead summons. Right, we could go for Necromancer Wizard instead. But that would be like if we're going... Like, but the thing is, right, that would be like if we're just doing like a summoner run. I'm doing a Pokémon Trainer run, which is different than just doing a summoner run. I get what you guys are saying, but I'm kind of deliberately playing suboptimal here just to stick with the theme. It just summons a bunch of ghouls you have no control over. They are the pain. Well, they can be bodies on the board that can just deal damage before we send in a natural thing. But yeah, play this as Will, I think, for sure. I think that's everything. Maybe there's a dedicated summons page. Oh yeah, us! Of course. Us. We want us. Us is going to be huge for this run because they're actually a really powerful summon. Yeah, so we're definitely going to get us. Well, that's what makes it a challenge, Riley. Suboptimal on honor mode, that's what makes it a challenge. Let's see. Is there a dedicated summons page that just lists them all? That might actually be helpful. Armored That's kind of funny, but unfortunately we can't get that. I mean, obviously Beastmaster would count, but again, it's just something that well, it wouldn't count because it's just something we get from level up, so no, it doesn't count. I missed, but why are we going as Will? Because we're not because this has to be a solo run, but we want the Infernal Rapier, so that's why we're going Will. There's a channel called Boach. He did a summons only playthrough. He used Will. I deliberately didn't watch his video because I didn't want kind of like ideas of how to do it from someone else. I wanted to come up with this just from us. As a bard, you can get the spider egg sack without a check. It's a one-time use, though. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. But let's go back to the document for now. So we're going to say, number 1, Mage Hand as the starter. Then from there, we've got Find Familiar, which would work, but we need to get it from the scroll of Find Familiar, which may be in early game vendors. So, I mean, once we get Shovel, it's not really going to matter, actually, so I might just skip straight to Shovel, because I don't see us using the other ones over Shovel, unless we count it as a separate summon. Iron Flask Spectator. Iron Flask. This is a story option that can optionally be thrown using the throw action. A flask that holds friends and foes, likely to... Releases a spectator that is hostile to all nearby creatures, including you. Oh! Scratch! Scratch could also work. Scratch could also be an early game summon. Remember you could summon a dwarf, but I forgot its name. It uses a hammer and deals fire damage. That's an Azza. That is from the minor Conjure Elemental spell. But you can't control the spectator, though. True. However, I would still count it, because it literally comes from a ball and all that. Like, it's like a Pokeball. But if we have Sanctuary, it can't attack us. So it would go for our enemies. It is a viable option, but we'll talk about it later. I'll put it right at the back. So, Scratch, definitely an option. We'll grab, I'll put Find Familiar if found from Scroll Early Vendors. Then it's Shovel. Found in X1. Light. This is going to be like a document that I'm going to refer to in the run as well. Blighted. It's in the Blighted Village basement area. And then we also find... Use Boo? Yes, but that requires using Minsk to get to Boo. Don't think we're allowed to, because we're not allowed to use other party members. So unfortunately, Boo is not viable for this run. Scratch. Outside. Alright, you're going to see my awful typing skills. Outside of Blighted Village. Kind of try and look at these in like the order I might get them to, or at least close to it. Outside of Blighted Village. The goodest boy. Okay. So yeah, Scratch is definitely an option. Oh, Act 3, double battles only? Nah, we're going to keep it to single battles as much as we can. Quoth the Raven is from the Raven Gloves, which comes from Act 2, so that's not quite yet. So yeah, this one can be learned from a scroll. Hold up. Scroll of Flaming Sphere. Can be bought from traders or looted from various containers and enemies. Okay, so... Flaming Sphere... Bought or looted. Throwing Boo is mean. Yeah. Boo is for no one and yet is for all of his friends. I like that. The Necromancy of Faith, the final skill, gotten after getting Lorovikin's Vault. Yeah, we have that one. It's Dance Macabre. The Raven Gloves are Act 2. Scroll of Summon Cause It. We already got that one. Scroll of Animate Dead. Animate Dead can be gained from the Necromancy of Thay, it was said. Hold up, I'm gonna... Act 1... Where does it say it gives you Animate... Oh, no, it gives you Speak with Dead, not Animate Dead, right? Good Minsk impression. Minsk is not as good as Matt Mercer, but he tries. Definitely seem like Necro Wizard would be great for this run. Yeah, a few people have suggested that, but again, I want to keep it mostly Bard, if I can. Wait, are spells just items? Kind of. I don't see where it gives, I see it gives Speak with Dead, but where does it give Animate Dead? No, it doesn't give Animate Dead. It's only Speak with Dead. It gives you Dance Macabre in Act 3, but not Animate Dead. Right, okay, so we still need the Necromancy of Fae, but we are still going to need a Scroll of Animate Dead, and I'm not that's a 3rd level spell, so that's probably not going to come up for a while. We'll probably end up getting these first. Minor Elemental is a 4th spell, and the wiki does not list how to get it. That's troubling. I've seen Scrolls of Conjure Elemental before. Bestial Communion is a guarantee. Infernal Rapier is a guarantee. Crypt Lord's Ring is a guarantee, hopefully. It's if Thrumbo survives. Second Marriage would be one of the early game ones we get. Second Marriage would be for beating Ethel, which we're probably going to want to do anyway as part of the challenge for this run. Oh, let's fix that. Control-Shift-V. Second Marriage. Beat Ethel. And take the wand. Cool. Will Shotgun Gale make a comeback? Artistry of War Scroll from Sorcerer's Sundries? It's not really a summon, unfortunately, Ultima. That is like kind of like an upgraded magic missile. We could definitely get summon Elemental from Sorcerer's Sundries. Cool. We need party members, because who is going to sit in the audience explaining everything to the viewers? That is funny. Right, Second Marriage. The Raven Gloves is the next guaranteed thing, so I suspect we will probably get those. Second Marriage. No, not Second Marriage. I've just done that one. Raven Gloves. Gets both Raven. Act 2 quest. If you want Animate Dead, you need a ring from the Mystic Carrion quest. Yeah, we can get Create Undead from that one, which is actually separate from Animate Dead, which is going to be really, really useful. So yeah, we got the Raven Gloves. Animate Dead, traders or containers. Okay. Probably, so from the way how I understand BG3 loot to kind of work, is like loot is level based, so because Scroll of Animate Dead is a level 3 spell, I expect that we can start to see it at level 5. And it can also be gained from the Circle of Bones as well. I'd rather get the scroll version, though, because that frees up our head slot. However, we can, if I go to Animate Dead, we can get a guaranteed version of it from the Circle of Bones. Yeah. We should be using, should we use Kefrik's Undead boosting stuff from Moonrise? Maybe, yeah. Yeah, so we get this, can be looted from Balthazar, so we have to beat Balthazar. Ooh. I think we're going to try and look for the scroll. That is not how you spell his name. No, there's I don't know why I thought there was 2 A's. Balthazar. How will you unsummon your Pokemon? Kill them? I think you can just dismiss them. Unless I'm stupid. Misty equals Shadowheart or Lizelle. Brock is Minsk. Yeah. Scroll of Conjure Minor Elemental. Probably going to come up around level 7. If I had to guess, it'll probably be in vendors. You can dismiss them? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Scratch, maybe? Yeah, we've got Scratch on the list. The goodest of boy. Yeah, so we have the Scroll of Minor Elemental. We also have the Scroll of Conjure Elemental, so we can get that one. And that's level 9, unfortunately, that we're going to be able to get access to that. Minsk is too innocent to be Brock. Conjure Elemental. This is going to be the biggest one, I think. Getting the Scroll of Bestial Communion is huge, because we can gun straight for it, and it's going to be super strong. Because it's obtained from reading Caution Before the Seelie in the Sorceress Vault. We can get that right away. But it is a level 6 spell slot, unfortunately. So we are going to need to get level 6 slots. So that's going to be level 11. Which does suck, but we will need that repeatedly, not just once. This shit is the best, yeah. Conjure Shadow Lantern Wraith? I think we need Gale for that one, right? I think that was said before. Conjure Shadow Lantern Wraith. Is a level 6 necromancy spell. Summon a shadow to fight by your side. Pull an undead creature from the depths of the Shadow Lantern's depraved magic to join your side in combat. Needs the Shadow Lantern. Obtainable from Balthazar's hidden room in Moonrise Towers when Gale is in the party. To access Balthazar's hidden room, interact with the top right protruding book to insert one of the human hearts from the room into the small ancient altar. This item is only obtainable with Gale in your party, so if we're not allowing for extra party members, we can't get it. Will Pokemon Trainer Will conquers the realm? Yeah. There's a great axe with the 6th level spiritual... Sethan! You are right! Sethan would totally count to this for this run. We don't need to use it for attacking, but yeah. That's a good idea. Okay, Sethan... Sethan... Level 6 spirit. It won't last long, but sometimes it's all we need. Where do we grab Sethan from again? Bought or stolen? Requisition Barn. Okay. Barn Act 3. I would have totally missed that one. You don't need to fight with Gale. Yes, but all you need is to bring him just for that lantern. I know, but... Does it invalidate the rules of the run to bring a party member with us if we're not supposed to be using other party members, really? I think if Gale is the Pokemon Professor, he would accompany you to help you get a Pokemon. Gale can wait at camp, you can grab him when you're ready to do the lantern thing. If we're allowing that, then I would change the above rule to... No extra party members allowed in combat. Are we cool with that? No extra party members allowed in combat. Because if that's the case, then we don't have to play as Will either. We could play as a race with a useful racial ability. Feels icky? A bit. Yeah. He'll chill at camp with your mum and withers. Tell you what. Let's do what we always do on these streams. Let's put it to a vote. Let's vote. Straw. Straw poll. Let's put it to a vote. Let's put it to an actual legitimate vote. Do we allow party members if they don't fight? Option 1 is yes. Option 2 is no. As your lawyer, apparently I've got a lawyer. Right, so create poll. Do we allow party members if they don't, as long as they don't fight, basically? I will post this in the chat, and I can unpin the previous message now, as we are finished with the... I love Down by the River. Hopefully it doesn't get this stream copyright struck, but yeah. There you go, the new straw poll. Let's see the results. 6 for yes immediately. Holy hell. Yes, do we allow other party members if they're not fighting? That is the question. I'm seeing 10 for yes, 3 for no. But it has to be a will run now? I know what you mean. But with this rule, we could play as a Dwagar, which would give us that infinite invisibility, which would really, really help in honor mode. Or we could play as a Drow that could get, like, you know, that could get us out of some early game encounters, although we could just use Disguise Self for that. Trainer of Frontiers can't be taken down. Okay, how about this? If this poll's result is yes, we'll do a second poll asking if we're going to play as Will or not. How about that? How about that? Yes, I do know what you're talking about, Phantom. I was going to include them as part of the thing, but we're not actually to the, like, non-summoning equipment part yet, which we'll get to in a minute. I still prefer it as if we were Will either way. Duergo cheese is boring. Yeah, I agree, but I don't know if it's going to be required. And being a short race allows us to be a more convincing 10-year-old. It's like the Diamond and Pearl remakes. Right, so I'm seeing 11 votes for yes, 4 for no. It's 15 total votes, and it looks like we are going to allow extra party members for the purpose of gathering summons, as long as they don't fight. I think that's fair. I think that is fair. It would also be a more interesting run just because we get more dialogue and such. Go back, I want to be small. Yeah. So yeah, we will allow extra party members are not allowed to participate in combat. Right. So now we'll do the next poll, which is do we play as Will? Answers a yes or no. Creating a new poll. Sharing this. Copy. And paste. Gale will be the camp cook. Yes, that's a good one, actually. Perhaps he's the Brock of the run. Replace pinned message. There we go. A new pinned message for you all to vote on this new poll. Should we play as Will? 2 votes for yes, 1 vote for no. Oh, wow. This is actually... Well, it's a bit more split than I was expecting, actually. Wow. Oh, don't make it 50-50, guys. That's not fair. The Trainer of Frontiers will come. I'm not much into Pokemon, but with summons like ghouls make it sound like ghoul ghoul. Yeah, probably something like that. They kind of do either like abbreviations of their name or just their name. Oh my god, wait, it's 10-4? Oh shit, I've got to go soon. Yeah, unfortunately, I did say the stream was only gonna go to 4 PM, and it is a hard cutoff because I'm going out to dinner. So I'm afraid I will have to end this soon. But it looks like we are going to be playing as Will. We are going to be playing as Will for this run. So yeah, we're going to be playing as Will, which is how we're going to get the Infernal Rapier buff. Dinner greater than Will. Yeah, so we're going to get the Infernal Rapier from playing as Will. I think that's fine. I quite like that, actually. And we're probably going to get that before at least the regular Elemental. So I'm going to put that. Yeah. Infernal Rapier from play as Will, and Act 2. Well, the huge part about doing these as live streams as well is you guys can kind of like help me out along the way. I don't mind backseat gaming. Having your Patreon interact with you as a Warlock is really cool. Yeah. I have a 20+ permanent summons build if anyone is interested. Damn. How dare you, I want to be small. Apologies, but we are going to be playing as Will for this run, which I think is great because I've never actually played as Will before in this game. Oh, we'll also be getting us around the same time, so we have to make sure we do the stuff in the prologue. So yeah, we'll be getting the Infernal Rapier and us around the same time. So it looks like we're going to get a lot of our good summons kind of around Act 2. Cool, okay. So that means we can get the Conjure Shadow Lantern Wraith. Hold on. Conjure Shadow Lantern Wraith. Which means we will be able to get that in Act 2. Cool. Okay. That's another permanent summon that we can grab. And that will probably come before this, so I'll put it here. Cool. Cast Disguise Self for small? Yeah, we could. Keep in mind that the Infernal Rapier isn't 100% guaranteed. You still need to succeed the dialogue. Yes. I'll put that in there. Oh, and if we're playing on honor mode, if we're still on honor mode at that point, oh, we can't reload. That's why playing as a bard is so important. I'm going to want those dialogue expertise to guarantee that we're not going to miss anything. Right. Then after that is the Act 3 stuff, I believe? Or the Iron Flask can be obtained earlier on. The Iron Flask can be obtained in Act 1, but should only be used in, like, emergency situations, right? Only for emergencies, because we can only use it once. And then, obviously, Necromancy Fae will get us Dance Macabre, which we are going to want. Enlarge as Dynamax? Sorry, I wasn't reading chat for a second. Yeah, enlarge. We'll get into that stuff in a minute, because like I say, I've got to go, like, really soon. Because I do have a hard cutoff today. But, yeah, so we've got the Iron Flask, and finally, the Crypt Lord Ring, giving us Create Undead. Tell you what, since I didn't think that the quiz was going to take as long, I projected the trivia quiz to take about 30 minutes. So that I thought we'd have more time for this. How would you guys feel about a impromptu stream at some point tomorrow? I will probably try and keep it around 2 PM, just so it's close, where we can kind of finish this kind of planning, and then start the run on Monday. Lump's Horn in Act 1? That would count for one summon, yeah. Hembo never underestimated our stupidity. It felt like 3 hours. Yeah, it's only been 2, and unfortunately I'm a bit short. But yeah, how do we feel about an impromptu stream tomorrow, where we can figure out the equipment that we're going to want to grab, and the bosses and such that we're going to want to fight, and how we're going to kind of tackle them? Sound good? I don't know if the Owlbear Cub counts, but as a summon, because I don't think we can get them as a summon. And we'll have to decide how we want to treat the guys that appear in, like, the final fight, but we'll see. Give me the child! I love that movie. Right, yeah, I've got about 5 minutes, and then I gotta go. So yeah, Crypt Lord Ring. We obtain that, Create Undead. Act 3. Mission. The Rumbo must survive. And that is, I think, all of the summons we can use. It's more than I expected, but I think it will work. Owlbear Cub can be our final fight summon. That could be like a very, kind of fun thing to have right at the very end. But yeah, so tomorrow we're going to figure out who our objectives are. So basically the gym leaders, and elite 4. And then we're also going to grab the other equipment. So things like the Abyssal Gloves, the Circle of Bones, other things like that. We can kind of figure that out. And then, yeah, we'll figure the rest of that out tomorrow. So, yeah, impromptu stream, 1 or 2 PM tomorrow. Just keep an eye out for the notification. Obviously, Discord will let you know. So, yeah, I'll probably do a little extra stream tomorrow to get that sorted. To get the rest of this kind of sorted. And then on Monday and at various times throughout next week, we will do more of we'll actually start the run on stream. The evil team is the Absolute. Team Absolute. That's so good. But yes, unfortunately, I am really pushing my time limit now. So I am going to end the stream here. I had a ton of fun. I know that my quiz was a bit frustrating, but I'm glad you guys still joined in and had some fun, and it was just for a laugh at the end of all things. But yeah, I am going to go now. Thank you. Have a nice date. No, it's not a date. I'm taking my family out to dinner because of recent events. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't acknowledge that, actually. That was technically an elephant in the room. But regardless, if you've checked the Discord, you already know. But yeah, I'm going to take my family out to dinner. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all next time. We're still making rules. We will tomorrow. We'll finish up the rest of these. We'll finish up the rest of this stuff tomorrow, okay? I will see you all next time. Thanks for the stream, at least 75% fun. Yeah, alright. I'll promise the next one, if there is a next one, it won't be so bad. See you all tomorrow for a quick impromptu stream to finish this up. Bye-bye.